The thoroughbred is a magnificent animal, bred for speed, bred to compete, the sport of kings.
Wow, West Coast has it by 6.
It's the all-new LetsGoRacingParks.com. Take a ride into this kind of action.
3 of them are right together with 1 furlong to go.
LetsGoRacingParks.com is brought to you by the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association. It's fun to see them run.
A very pleasant good morning, racing fans, and welcome here to Parks Racing for Let's Go Racing. This week we're under the lights at Churchill Downs. We'll head down for the Grade 1 Stephen Foster. Our local race of the week was a high-priced optional claimer at 7 furlongs. We'll also have action on the turf up at Belmont Park, and a plethora of guests will be joining us over the next 30 minutes here on Let's Go Racing. Hi, everybody. Keith Jones down at the beautiful first floor here at Parks Racing. My good friend Dick Girardi, and Dick, today it's turning for home day here at the racetrack.
Yeah, it's huge. 10th anniversary, and we're going to talk to Danielle Montgomery in a few minutes. And Keith, by the way, on that Saturday card at Churchill, they paraded the Triple Crown winner.
They did.
Justified.
I mean, we're going to go down there for Stephen Foster a night that was almost 10 o'clock in the evening, but your man Justify was out running around.
He
huh?
was.
Not quite running around, but well, Dick, one more thing on Justify.
Yep.
You said that Bob wanted to go to the Haskell, but
to be determined.
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay. Well, Dick, let's get to our local race of the week here, and it's again 7 furlongs, optional claimer, fillies and bears, going in that 7 furlongs for a purse of $49,000. Number 4, Always on My Mind, 8 to 5. Trainer Brad Cox sending a horse here to Parks. Dick, she's now a 5-year-old. She showed good ability as a 3-year-old, but she has only made 2 starts since November of 2016.
Yeah, it's hard to tell exactly what is going on with her. Brad has won 29% this year, 117 wins, and of course he has the top 3-year-old filly in the country in Monomoy Girl. We'll see here if everything goes right on the 22nd of September.
Second choice, number 6, Risque's Diamond, is 2 to 1 for trainer Randy Allen. Dick, she's a good money winner for Randy, but I'm not sure I like 2 to 1 here on her.
You're not thrilled with 2 to 1 here?
Not
That's
on
not what you're looking for?
Well, let's go out and get our local race of the week. 7/8. Here's the call.
Toby Girl breaks well. On the outside, it's Pink Out and Risque's Diamond. And on the inside, it's Haybridge Shoal. So those 4 vie for the lead through the opening furlong. After that, Squan's Kingdom and Always on My Mind will be 6 down at the inside as they come onto the main track. So it's Haybridge Shoal and Risque's Diamond. Those two stride for stride just past the 5/8. On the outside, Squan's Kingdom moves up. Pink Out is on the extreme outside and shuffles back just a bit. And close up down at the inside are both Toby Girl and Always on My Mind, is only 2.5 lengths off the lead. So just less than 4 furlongs to go. Risque's Diamond is in front by a neck. Squan's Kingdom with a fresh challenge, now moving second on the outside. Haybridge Shoal has dropped back from those two. Always on My Mind is in the 2 path and still about 2.5 lengths behind. Toby Girl trying to rally up into contention on the far outside, and Pink Out has now dropped out last. They come to the quarter pole. Squan's Kingdom, Risque's Diamond, they're on even terms. Haybridge Shoal looks to come on again. Toby Girl on the outside. Always on My Mind is not doing enough. She's dropped well back now in 5th. But as they come off the turn, Squan's Kingdom has taken the lead. Furlong out, Squan's Kingdom a length and a half. Haybridge Shoal is gamely fighting back. Haybridge Shoal rallies on the outside. Squan's Kingdom in front. Haybridge Shoal closing in. Squan's Kingdom on the inside. Haybridge Shoal on the outside. Squan's Kingdom, Haybridge Shoal, Squan's Kingdom, yes.
And the results of our feature race this week, the winner, number 5, Squan's Kingdom, wins at 7 to 1 for trainer Pat McBurney. Number 1, Haybridge Shoal was second. Number 2, Toby Girl finished third. 7 to 1, upset winner in our local race of the week. As we mentioned at the top of the show, today is turning for home day here at the track, and it's a pleasure to welcome in the top administrator, the program administrator for Turning for Home, and that's Danielle Montgomery. Danielle, thanks for joining us. You guys just celebrated your 10th anniversary.
Yeah, we're really proud about the 10th anniversary. Since May of 2008, we've helped over almost 2,400 horses retire safely here from Parks.
And you have been busy doing some serious fundraising this week, I understand.
Yes, we have partnered the last 5 years with Mid-Atlantic Equine. Dr. Rodney Belgrave and Dr. Yannick Gazarowski help us help all these horses back here. It's actually Mid-Atlantic's 10th anniversary as well, and they had a golf outing and a internship celebration, and they did a fundraiser for Turning for Home, and they had a great time. They had a great day of golfing, and they had an unbelievable spread back at the clinic for all their guests. A few of the owners and trainers and veterinarians here at Parks were there.
Geez, sorry I missed the spread, but here is more with the Mid-Atlantic Equine Clinic.
We're blessed with an unbelievable clientele. We've got everything from auctions to donations, and we end up making it a benefit each year for some equine group. I think this is actually the second time we've done it for Turning for Home, but over the years we've come to have such a tight bond with Turning for Home based on the work that they do and how well that intermingles with what we do, that it made sense to do it for them again each year. We raise somewhere between 10 and 15,000. Hopefully we can keep that going up. This year it's already going to be pushing those limits, so we have fun with it in terms of showcasing the hospital to some degree. You know, a lot of people, we're on the phone with them constantly, but they don't see what we do, they don't know where we do it. This is their opportunity to come, have drinks, have dinner, play some golf, see the place, understand a little bit better what we are, who we are, and you know, it develops the relationships and in the same time raises money for a great cause.
Turning for Home is a great organization. They have done so much for homing thoroughbreds off the racetrack, you know, ones that are training at parks, and we've been associated with them for a number of years, trying to help them out in any way that we can with both surgical and medical cases. And we have this event, this is our 10th anniversary. It's also Turning for Home's 10th anniversary, so we thought that it'd be fitting to choose them as our beneficiary this year. And so it looks like it's going to be a great event, and hopefully we can raise a lot of money for them.
Lobster tails, and I wasn't invited. How can that be, Danielle? When I wrote the story after I talked to you a couple weeks ago on the program for the website Let'sGoRacingParks.com, you explained the funding mechanism to me, which makes this program unique. Explain it to the public.
Yeah, it was the genius of Michael Velesi 10 years ago when the slot money came to parks. It helped improve the backside, it helped improve health care and pensions for the trainers, and it also afforded Turning for Home retirement program for the horses. And so the way it works is that every time a horse runs at parks, the owners give a deduction from their purse money, and that helps fund it. Also, the jockeys contribute. I think they were the first jockey colony in the country to contribute to racehorse aftercare, which is great because the program helps the horses and it makes it safer for the jockeys as well. And to date, we've helped almost 2,400 horses retire in 10 years.
And any trainer or owner that realizes the horse is at the end of his career, they have to do what to get the horse into the program?
All they have to do is give us a call. We're located right on the backside here at Parks, so we have paperwork, and I think most of the trainers know now, and the owners know after 10 years. All they have to do is give us a call and say, hey, the horse is ready for retirement. And what's really interesting is that Dr. Hogan is going to come here today to do a presentation about racehorse injuries and when to retire a horse. And she's been working with us for 10 years. She helped us establish the protocol for the program and help us with the rehabilitation. And now she's going to come today and talk to the owners and trainers a little bit about racehorse injuries, which ones are treatable, which ones, can go on to racing with some help, and which ones should be retired, and what kind of jobs, which helps us because we need to know what kind of jobs these horses can go into.
And for the people that don't remember, that's Dr. Patty Hogan, who is famous for 15 years ago. She was the surgeon who operated on the Smarty Jones eye injury that almost kept him from his racing career.
Well, Danielle, it's turned into a tremendous day here at the track. Not only do we have the Turning for Home Stakes race, but we have live music in the picnic grove, free family fun for the kids, so the parents can bring the kids out for a great day. It has turned into a really, really festive occasion here, and a lot of that is thanks to you. So come out and join us here for a great day of racing, 12:55 post-time Turning for Home Day. And Danielle, thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Well, it's time to head to our first break. We go back here on Let's Go Racing. Brian Sanfratello from the Breeders' Association will join us. We'll be right back with Brian after this.
Parks Racing is the perfect place for family fun. Hear the thunderous sounds of the thoroughbreds racing down the stretch from our picnic grove. Or you can get up close and personal trackside for excitement you will never forget. Parks Racing is a great place to meet up with your friends. It's all about action and hopefully picking a few winners. Many of the same horses on the Triple Crown Trail will be heading to Parks Racing in the fall for the $1 million Pennsylvania Derby, right here at Parks Racing. It's fun to see them run.
What does Chapman's 7 locations and 10 car brands mean to you? It means a huge selection of quality pre-owned vehicles, all makes and models, many one-owner low mileage certified with miles of factory warranty remaining. Safety checked, meticulously detailed, and each come with a free Carfax report so you can buy with complete confidence at any Chapman Auto store near you. Or shop online anytime at ChapmanPreowned.com.
If our emblem is not on your car or truck, you probably did pay too much.
Racehorses are pampered,
treated with care, and loved.
Nothing is more important than their health and their safety.
We do right by them,
And they do right by us.
the hard-working folks who proudly earn our living.
In Pennsylvania's horse racing
And breeding industries. Horse racing is a lot of fun.
But it's so much more.
It provides tens of thousands of jobs.
jobs.
And billions in economic impact each year.
All across the Commonwealth. Horse racing in Pennsylvania. It's a winner.
I am a Block Scholar.
Each year, thousands of students are unable to attend a Catholic school in Philadelphia because of financial need.
I am a Block Scholar.
Since 1980, Blocks has supplied need-based scholarships to thousands of Philadelphia Catholic school students.
I am a Block Scholar.
Did you know that you can redirect your Pennsylvania state taxes to Blocks?
I am a Block Scholar.
Businesses and accredited individual investors can earn significant credits by donating the money they are already paying in state taxes.
I am a Block Scholar.
For more information, visit blocks.org.
Welcome back, everyone, to Parks Racing for Let's Go Racing, and it is time to welcome in none other than the Executive Secretary of the Pennsylvania Horse Breeders Association. He's that guy, Brian Sanfratello. Brian, thanks for joining us today. You guys have just made a significant contribution to a significant cause.
Absolutely. What we're doing is we're partnering with Penn Vet New Bolton Center for research that's going to take place over the next couple of years or so for blood doping. Basically, what they're doing is they're looking at what's called a biological passport on each individual horse, which is like a record of their blood over a period of time. Right. And if this research goes well, and it's not just Penn Vet that's doing it, they're partnering also with Australia, California, Kentucky, but with everything that's been happening over the past few years, making sure that the genes are now taking people that are blind and regenerating their sight and cancer cells, etc., like that. We want to make sure that we get a head start so that if people start doing, playing around with the doping of horses through that gene therapy, right, that we can find it. I think it's great for racing, great for owners and trainers, and great for the betting public.
Yeah, bottom line is you're just trying to make it a level playing field for all the participants.
Exactly. We did some studies with our membership and surveys and focus groups, and the number one priority was integrity.
Thanks for joining us, Brian, and hope to see you again soon.
Thank you.
Well, let's get to our national races, and the national racing, of course, brought to you by Chapman Auto Group. Unless our emblem is on the back of your car or truck, you probably paid too much. And our national race of the week takes us down to Churchill Downs under the lights for the Grade 1 Stephen Foster. 9 furlongs, a $500,000 purse. Stick, the favorite, number 6, Backyard Heaven, gets about down to 4-5 for trader Chad Brown in 4 lifetime starts, but he has put up giant numbers in each of his last 2 races.
A 108, then a 105 in the Ali Sheba on the day before the Kentucky Derby for Chad Brown, and that Kentucky hard boot himself, my man Ken Ramsey. Very excited, thinking he might have a win-in-your-in Breeders' Cup horse here.
Second choice, number 8, Irish War Cry, is 3-1. Of course, trader Graham Motion, he looked great in the slop, winning the Pimlico Special, but Dick, he just does not seem to be able to run 2 good races in a row.
Yeah, it's interesting. He won the first 3 of his career, and since then it's really good or really bad. Yeah. I mean, it's not like there's any in between. So, hot night, and he has that problem sometimes in hot weather.
Grade 1 Stephen Foster, here's the call.
Off to a good start. Irish War Cry breaks alertly on the outside and is looking for the lead. Uncle Mojo showing speed. Pavel is there. Backyard Heaven is gathered in to be fourth bias the first time. So up top, Uncle Mojo goes head-to-head with Irish War Cry. Uncle Mojo a little bit quicker into the turn, leads by half a length. Irish War Cry is running in second. Backyard Heaven gets a great spot, covered up, saving ground third while inside. And then it's Pavel running along in fourth, 2 lengths back to Honorable Duty in fifth. Patches racing on the outside of that one, sixth, and 5 lengths off the lead. Then we come back to Hawakam in seventh. Matru running along in eighth, and a long way back to the late running. Looking at Lee, gives him a 10-length head start to the backstretch run, but the pace is fast, 23, and 2 is the opening quarter mile. Uncle Mojo and Irish War Cry together down the backstretch with 5 furlongs to go. They are 2 lengths clear of Backyard Heaven, who's sitting inside of Pavel. They're together 3rd and 4th. Both are getting closer to the half-mile pole. 4 more lengths back to Patch. Honorable Duty is on the move and will save ground onto the far turn. Hawakam is also starting to pick it up. Matru goes wide. Far behind is Looking at Lee as they round the far turn. Irish Warcry is stopping on the far turn. That leaves Onko Mojo up top with Backyard Heaven. Pavel's 3rd on the outside. Honorable Duty set to strike 4th and toward the rail. Hawakam's got a shot, only 4 lengths behind. Matru swings wide for the stretch drive. A quarter mile to go. They turn for home, and Pavel takes charge off the turn. Just like that, Pavel's in front by 3. Backyard Heaven is coming up empty. Down inside, it's Onko Mojo battling on. Matru down the center of the track. Hawakam is there too with Honorable Duty. They're inside the final furlong. It's Pavel with a 4-length lead. Honorable Duty moves into 2nd, trying to close. Matru on the outside, Hawakam, but they're all chasing Pavel. Pavel wins the Stephen Foster by 3 on the wire. Honorable Duty held 2nd, then it was Matru and Hawakam.
Well, Backyard Heaven, 4 to 5, doesn't get it done. Irish Warcry, as you mentioned, did not like the hot weather. How about Pavel? Number 9, Pavel. It's 6 to 1 for trainer Doug O'Neill. And he just draws off to win almost 4th. He can get $15.60 to win. Number 1, Honorable Duty was 2nd. And number 5, Matru was 3rd. Dick Pavel won the Smarty Jones Stakes here last year. And then he's been in some tough races since then.
Yeah, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 5 grade 1s. I mean, in against all the good horses. Running okay in most of them. It's interesting, on the September 4th last year, I sat right over there for an hour or so after the race with Doug O'Neill, Mario Gutierrez, Sam Elliott, who was then here as the racing secretary, talking about Pavel. They were thinking, are we going to bring him back for the PA Derby? And of course, he didn't come back, but man, he showed how good he was that day. This was a powerhouse effort by Pavel. 101 buyer. Runs his maiden, wins a maiden, and he's been in a stakes race every time since then. It's been
6 to 1 at the windows. Pavel just absolutely crushes the field in the Stephen Foster. Dick, let's get up to Belmont Stakes. On Sunday, they're featured the Grade 3 Poker, one of those mile turf races at Belmont Park for a purse of $300,000. Number 4, Baller Rocks, the 2 to 1 choice here for trainer Bill Mott. And Dick, he is the defending champion of the poker, and since then, he has been in some serious races.
Yeah, he's been in all the big ones, the Breeders' Cup Mile, the Shadwell Turf Mile, all these grade 1s, and he's run respectably in most of them.
Right. Dick's second choice, number 3, Oscar Performance, is 3 to 1 for some guy named Brian Lynch. This horse is pretty good. He won the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf back as a 2-year-old, and this will be the first start of his 4-year-old season.
6 of 11 on grass, and again, a horse that's been in against some really good ones. Actually led in the Breeders' Cup Turf last November at Del Mar, but couldn't keep up with the heat late in that race.
He was a multiple grade 1 winner last year as a 3-year-old. Let's see how he does as a 4-year-old at Belmont Park. Here's the poker.
They're off in the poker. And Voodoo Song goes out there with Black Tide. Oscar Performance forced the pass, and Baller Rocks are on the pace too. And Voodoo Song is now just outside of them, and all these are right together. 5 of them in the early stages, clear of Major Look and Fire Away. And way at the back is Vulcan's Forge. So up the backstretch they go, and Black Tide emerges up top. Joel Rosario and Black Tide to the front through a 22.11 quarter. And Voodoo Song is up running in second, rated just off the pace today. Baller Rocks is third, and behind them, Oscar Performance on the outside of a ground-saving Force the Pass. And then it's Major Look, who's 5.5 from the front. Fire Away is next, and a long way last is Vulcan's Forge. Racing for the far turn. And they're in pursuit of Black Tide and Voodoo Song, a 44.73 blazing half mile. Baller Rocks is third on the inside. Oscar Performance is fourth. Force the Pass. Down on the inside, just 4 lengths off the lead with Major Look. Fire Away is well within striking range. Vulcan's Forge still well behind. It is Voodoo Song who takes the lead from Black Tide. Voodoo Song and Oscar Performance is ranging up on the outside. Major Look closing down the center. Baller Rocks is next. Force the Pass and Fire Away. Oscar Performance has taken the lead after 3 quarters in 108.36. Oscar Performance a length and a half. Major Look on the outside is second. And then Voodoo Song toward the inside. It's Oscar Performance in front.
Well, a Oscar-winning performance for Oscar Performance, Dick. Brian Lynch with Jose Ortiz aboard sits off the pace, and what a hot pace it was. And then he continues on, and not only does he win by a length and a half, but he breaks the course mark up at Belmont Park, 1:31.23, pays $8.10 to win. And Dick, this is a heck of a 4-year-old debut.
It is a heck of a debut, and this turf course is yielding some of the fastest times I've ever seen, almost as if like the poles are in the wrong place. But yeah, 131.23, and looked good doing it, and gets another Oscar for his performance.
Well, Dick, let's get to our next break. We come back here on Let's Go Racing, the weekly awards little match series going on up at Monmouth Park. We'll have you updated on that when we come back after this.
Looking to join the thrill and excitement of thoroughbred racehorse ownership? Pewter Stable can get you started. With more than 25 years of experience under the leadership of Greg and Kate DeMasi, Pewter Stable is one of the industry's leaders in racing partnerships, winning hundreds of races and millions of dollars at racetracks all over the Mid-Atlantic, including New York. Pewter Stable is working hard, looking for the very best runners at all the top sales, and we do claiming partnerships as well. No markup, no management fees, makes our partnerships unique and affordable. Training services also provided for individual owners. Give us a call and see what Pewter Stable is all about. The thrill and fun of thoroughbred racehorse ownership is easier than you think. We are Pewter Stable.
Racehorses are pampered.
Treated with care and loved.
Nothing is more important than their health and their safety.
We do right by them,
And they do right by us.
the hard-working folks
Who proudly earn our living.
In Pennsylvania's horse racing,
and breeding industries.
Horse racing is a lot of fun.
but it's so much more.
It provides tens of thousands of jobs,
Jobs and billions in economic impact each year.
all across the Commonwealth.
Horse racing in Pennsylvania. It's a winner.
The Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association is the advocate for Parks Racing's horsemen and has worked hard to secure better lives for the hundreds of trainers and their families that work in the thoroughbred racing industry. Our horsemen benefit from medical coverage, trainer pension plans, and increased purses. Thanks to these horsemen, racing at Parks is the very best, providing entertainment for you and the entire family. The Pennsylvania Horsemen are proud to be part of the community and introduce a new generation of fans to the sport of kings.
Welcome back, everyone, to Parks Racing for Let's Go Racing, the weekly awards brought to you by those great folks at Turning for Home, turningforhome.org. And don't forget, come out and enjoy Turning for Home Day right here with us later this afternoon, 12:55. Poster Jockey of the Week, Josh Navarro, continues to have a terrific season.
My man, kid breeding, getting it done with
Absolutely.
Josh.
He's our Jockey of the Week, and our Trainer of the Week, Mike Pino. He's the second leading trainer in terms of percentage, just behind some guy named John Service. Mike Pino continues to get it done. Dick, the match series in action up at Monmouth Park this past weekend. A couple of them, the sprint divisions for both the girls and the boys. It's the regret for the fillies. 6 furlongs, number 8, Shillong, the 1-2 favorite, and boy, does she look good.
Yeah, she's up by 2 at the 8th pole. It's going to win this thing by 4, and the owners are Roy and Gretchen Jackson's Lale Stable.
And she's 1-2 for Arno Delacour, pays $3 to win it. She's now tied at the top of the standings in that division with Vertical Oak at 10 points. And it's the Mr. Prospector, the sprint division for the boys, $75,000 purse. Number 5, Scholar Scramjet is 5-2 for Michelle Devon. But boy, number 2, Chubbalicious, running big at 7-1 for David Cadizzo.
The Jersey bred winning on the Jersey Shore. Keith is going to get up just in time.
Pays $16.80 to win it. It is now tied for second in the standings in that division. Lewisfield has 12 points, and he's tied at 10 points right there in second after that victory. And Dick, we have couple of races to take a look at. San Carlos later this afternoon, out on the West Coast, and of course right here it's the Turning for Home Stakes.
It is the Turning for Home
Yes,
Stakes.
we'll have that action for you next week here on Let's Go Racing. News and notes up next. We're going to visit with some guy named Ron Glorioso. He's our buddy. We'll be right back after this.
Parks Racing is the perfect place for family fun. Hear the thunderous sounds of the thoroughbreds racing down the stretch from our picnic grove. Or you can get up close and personal trackside for excitement you will never forget. Parks Racing is a great place to meet up with your friends. It's all about action and hopefully picking a few winners. Many of the same horses on the Triple Crown Trail will be heading to Parks Racing in the fall for the $1 million Pennsylvania Derby, right here at Parks Racing. It's fun to see them run.
Pennsylvania, proud of our growing breeding and racing industry. Tens of thousands of jobs with a massive economic impact. Leading the way in testing and aftercare. Only 3 states have bred more Breeders' Cup champions. Plus, we have North America's most lucrative awards program. Up to 40% in breeder awards and owner bonuses. 400 plus restricted races annually, and our program has paid out $30 million for the 5th straight year. Breeding and racing in Pennsylvania. It's a winner.
Welcome back, everyone, to Parks Racing for Let's Go Racing. The final segment, news and notes, brought to you by the great folks at Pewter Stable. Log on to their website today at pewterstable.com. Bruce Casella, Dick Girardi, Keith Jones, and Dick, Let's Go Racing Parks.com. Your feature story this week on a great guy, trainer Ron Glorioso.
Been here longer than anybody, Keith. And
Really?
And he's got stories. I mean, he got here 25 days before the track opened in 1974, and there is nobody who has stories and can tell them like the great man, Ronnie G.
Well, you had a chance to talk, spend a minute with Ronnie. Here's more.
Some people can claim they were here first when the track was known as Keystone, but Ron Glorioso arrived on October 10th of 1974, 25 days before the track opened. Ronnie, what was it like back then?
It was a ghost town. You know, Frank Gabriel Sr., him and George Ritter walked me up to the racetrack because they called us and asked us if we could come in and help them do the commercials before they opened. So I'm looking around, and George was really proud of the racetrack. He was one of the best track superintendents there ever was, right? So I turned around and I said to Frank, well, where do you want me to go? He says, pick a barn out. I says, well, we're at the half-mile pole. I said, can I go into 14? Frank said, yeah, take whatever stalls you want, he said. And I was there for 40 years till they tore it down.
And your partner in those commercials is none other than Don Meredith, is that true?
What a gem he was. That's one of the nicest guys and gentlemen I was ever around. Kept you in stitches the whole time he was here. Harry Rossi was his agent. That's why they were able to get him.
And Ronnie, in the 44 years you've been here, now certainly recently, everything has changed. Did you ever imagine you'd see purses like they are and all the other things that are happening for the horsemen on the backstretch?
No, never. Total shock, okay? Man, the made a special weight was 10,000 back then. Today it's 47, you know? The other then was 10, too. Oh, unbelievable.
And Ron, you told me a great story about you almost bought or were thinking about buying a particularly legendary horse. What's the deal?
We go back to 75. I'd spent like 5 years with Pete Durfee between Liberty Bell and here. Very sharp trainer, only carried 3 or 4. He had that filly Swedish Charm. That's a family of my Charmer, etc. And all, you know, Castleman's. So when he went back that fall, he says, Ron, he said, there's a yearling colt here. He says, the best thing I've seen in 50 years, right? I said, what do you want from him? He said, they went 20,000, a little crooked, he says, but I think he'll override it. So I went to a partner of mine, and I said, listen, there's a colt in Kentucky. I says, Pete says the best thing he's seen in 50 years. And he was no dummy. He had a lot of real good horses, Pete, right? But his age was getting to him. He was in his late 70s, right? You can buy this colt for $20,000. So I went to my partner. He says, there ain't no horse in the world worth $20,000. Well, he happened to be Seattle Slew in the following year. I told him, yeah, you were right, Gene. He wasn't worth 20. They just syndicated him for $12 million.
And as we mentioned, you can see the entire story on Ron from our man Dick Girardi on Let'sGoRacingParks.com. Don't forget, come out, enjoy Turning for Home Day right here with us later this afternoon, 12:55 post time. Live music, free family fun, much more, 12:55 post. See you next week on Let's Go Racing.